All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Another fun episode. Mark and I are working on our Beta Cross Trainer. This is our 2023. It's the hard enduro bike that Mark's been riding. We actually found 5 more hard enduros. There's like a newer series like Southern Ohio, and then I think it kind of veers off into Virginia and then Arkansas, I think. There's 5 rounds. And so the first one is this weekend. We're leaving Friday. It's kind of cool. It's only 3.5 hours from the shop. But what we're doing today is we're going to take these forks off of the bike and put these KYBs on here. So we did the rear shock. Beta hooked us up with a rear shock, so thank you guys for that. Mark used that at the Tennessee Knockout, but these are currently 100% stock. We didn't even change the springs in these, so Mark rode them at the Knockout, did good, but what do you think? Should we?
Yeah, they're just a little bit soft and seem a little bit flimsy, so.
Yeah. So the speed that Mark's riding at, so, when we're doing this kind of like stuff, it's more not because I think everybody that owns a cross trainer needs it. It's because we're at a higher level and we're competing on this bike. So we're kind of taking this bike and turning it into an RR. And you might ask, why are we doing that? I don't know. I think it's fun. I think it's fun to build bikes. And the second reason for that is this is a smaller framed bike. And it's lower to the ground, and I think that helps in the Tennessee Knockout situations. Whenever Mark's going through a rock garden, I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Was it
lower, shorter? I mean, it runs so good. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Cross Trainer is just a perfect hard enduro bike. So we just need to make it better for him. So if you're just out there cruising, having a great time enjoying it, you don't need to do all this. But we're going down there to do good. So let's jump into it and let's show you what we're doing. Let's give you a preview of what I bought, and hopefully it's enough stuff. So what we have is the KYB forks. These are the 48 mil forks. And to make these work on the Cross Trainer, we need to shorten them by 1 inch. So I bought the KYB lower fork kit. So I've got these spacers that we're going to install. And when we install the spacers, we have to install the shorter fork springs to match. So we're going to shorten these up. We need the KYB front brake hanger. So the stock Beta Cross Trainer, the forks, have a different spacing for the bolts. So we stole this off my 125 because this is currently back ordered. So my little 125 is going to be out of commission, which is totally fine. And then we had to get triple clamps that also match the forks because obviously with these being a smaller diameter, it's not going to work. So we went with these. And because the Cross Trainer uses a completely different axle design, we bought the axle, the wheel spacers, and the nut for it. And I ordered a couple of these things as well to go with this. So we'll jump into it and we'll go from there. So I want to show you guys one thing about these KYBs that make us a little nervous, but talking to certain folks in the industry, they think we're going to be okay. So normally, and the reason why we need so many different things is we're going to have to take the stem out of these triple clamps and reuse it. Because if you look at the stock 48 mil stuff, maybe just hold that for 1 second. If I was to take this and assemble this, see how much longer this is. And so the Cross Trainer with the smaller frame has a smaller steering stem, if that makes sense, steering tube. And so we have to use that steering stem to shorten this up. And so like normal contact patch on this goes from here to here. It's like perfect size. But what we're actually going to do is we're losing a little bit of our lower contact because we're going to be here, and you can see this contact patch is actually lower because that bottom triple clamp is up higher. So talking to certain people for what we're doing, this is not a motocross bike, we're not hitting triples, but we're going to lose a little bit of that contact patch. I just wanted to make note of that. That's probably why I'm not going to recommend anybody else do this, but I just wanted to show that one concern that we have. We haven't started it yet. We'll see how good this thing is. Oh, look at that. Well,
It's fun.
in your 4-second test ride,
Yeah. I mean, it feels at home.
feels
Like my
more
200.
like your 200 for sure.
Definitely.
So what we're gonna do is that's kind of the wrap on this video. He's gonna ride it for the next couple days, and then when we get down to this next race, I'm not even sure what we call these races. I think it's like Lightning Raceway is the name of the place we're going to.
Lightning strikes.
Lightning
Hard Enduro.
strikes.
Yeah.
So once we get there and we do that race, we'll give you more feedback on how we actually feel the KYB worked after we actually do a race, because
Yeah.
a 4-minute ride behind the shop here doesn't really help any. But we're excited about it. Actually, everything we ordered was perfect. I forgot to order fork guards, so we've got white ones because I had white in stock. So I don't hate it. We'll be able to tell Mark coming through the woods, I think, with some white on there. So thanks for following along. That was our KYB fork conversion on a Beta cross trainer. We'll see you at the races. You can ride it back over to the barn?
Sure.
Okay.